Hi everyone, thanks for joining today. As Josh said, my name is Neelam Kaul and I work with the master students. So, just a little bit of background. I started my career a long time ago at the Big Four. I worked at Deloitte in tax consulting, also worked at PwC. Then I went in-house at UBS and then I took a career break. So, I actually did a career transition and decided to do some of those things that you may be looking to do in your career, which is having a look at your skills and thinking, you may want to change industries or change area. So I did exactly that, and I decided to work in academia and work in careers and help young professionals into the world of work. So about 5 years ago, I was working at Warwick Business School with the MBA students, and now I'm here at Henley Business School for about 4 years. And yeah, we look forward to welcoming you to the business school. So just a bit of background on myself, and please feel free to put your hands up or put questions in the chat, or I'm sure if you can come on the mic and speak to take any questions. This isn't just me presenting to you and giving you information, it's two ways. So please do take the opportunity to ask any questions as well. Next slide, please, Rupi. So here's a team of the careers consultants, and we all have various backgrounds, and you can book appointments with us, and you'll see many of us at the events. So you can book face-to-face appointments once you're here, and or you can even book them online. So you can book with any one of us. It just doesn't have to be me. Anuja, for example, looks after the accounting businessman area, and he looks after accounting. Harriet looks after finance. I look after most of the PGT postgraduate cohorts, and then Dominic as well. So we all really work together to support you, and we all have different experiences, different backgrounds as well. Next slide. So how do we help you? So just to run through some of the points, we help you, as I said, with one-to-one appointments. We help you with career sessions in modules. We help you with events. So we have an employer team who put on all the employer insight days and bring employees onto campus to introduce them to you. We have events with the alumni team where you can meet alumni as well. Careers fairs. We have careers mentors. Lots of skills. Especially if you're not, we get you used to navigating the UK job market and really look at some of those skills employers require. And I know in some of your countries, maybe India or China, there's a big focus on technical skills and hard skills, whereas here in the UK, there's more of a focus on soft skills and transferable skills. So that's something we spend a lot of time talking about. And then we have a lot of digital career resources as well. Again, in the UK, the way the recruitment process works, there's a lot of video interviewing, a lot of assessments online. So we've invested a lot of resources to help you with that. Next slide, please. So here, just a little diagram to show you. So as soon as you join us, we really, almost press the reset button. We'll help you become more self-aware so that you can make, a conscious decision about your career and strategy in place. One of the first things we look at is your CV and your cover letter and LinkedIn profile. So I know a lot of students rush to book an appointment to run through their CV, but I always say, your LinkedIn profile is your 24-hour CV that's open there to everybody. So we spend a lot of time looking at your LinkedIn profile, and then different types of applications, just to get you used to reading what job descriptions are like and what employers want. Then, as I said, a lot of online testing. So we have portals to help you with video interviewing. We would support you through that. There's also a lot of psychometric testing as well, and we have a portal called Graduates First that we've invested in, and that will help you go through some of those psychometric tests, those numerical tests. It's worth bearing in mind that up to 80% of students are rejected at this stage. So we do spend a lot of time and effort investing in this area of online testing. Then, of course, we have the face-to-face virtual interviews. You can book mock interviews with us. So we will, pretend we're the employer. We'll look at the job description that you're applying to, and we will do a mock interview with you. And that's really to make sure that we set you up for success, so that when you go into the real interview, you feel confident and you're ready. It's funny because I often have students tell me that the mock interview I gave them was harder than the real interview. And that's exactly what I want to hear, because, I want to ask you the hard questions, prepare you, so that when you go to the real interview, you think that was actually not that bad. And then we give you tips on using AI and ChatGPT to help you in the recruitment process. There's also, there's talk that employers only spend 7 looking at your CV, and they actually use AI in the screening process. So us on the other side, we can get you to use AI for your job applications. We look at how you use that effectively. And then assessment centres, again, something that international students may not be. And I know every year the students say, it's the first time I'm doing an assessment centre. Is this about? Don't know what to do. Assessment centre is usually the last stage in the recruitment process, and it usually involves, a presentation that you deliver to 1 or 2 people. It will involve a group assessment, a room with 6 other people, doing an exercise or working on a case, where the emphasis on group work, not actually what the case is about. They want to see how you interact with one another. And then there's usually an interview as well. So rest assured, we help you through each of those stages. Next slide, please. So just to give you an idea of numbers, so just between September 23 and June 24, so less than a year, 9 months, we looked at nearly 6,500 CVs and cover letters. They were reviewed on our AI tool. We've had nearly 2.5 career appointments, so that's 1-to-1 appointments. We've delivered over 200 hours curriculum sessions, over 64 employer events, and there's 16 modules that career consultants taught on, but we have one focus, that's helping our students achieve career success. Next slide, please. So here's some of the tools that I'll quickly run through. So CareerSet is an AI CV screening form where you upload your CV, your job description, and it will give you a match. It ensures that you have those keywords in your CV, so that when you are making applications, when employers are screening your CV, they will see that you've used those keywords that are in the job description. So CareerSet is the AI tool. Shortlist Me, the second box there, that's the video interviewing tool. The others are quite self-explanatory, LinkedIn, Excel. Graduates First at the top line, that will help you with your psychometric test and your assessment centre. Forage, a lot of students say, I have absolutely no work experience. How can I get some work experience? Forage is free virtual experience. You have a lot of the big names there, the accountancy firm, Deloitte, PwC, the banks, HSBC, some of the consulting companies like McKinsey. You can log on to there with your university email address and do some online virtual work experience, and you receive a certificate at the end. Student Circus I'll talk about on another slide coming up. Going Global as well I'll speak about. And if you're from China, we have we have platforms for you to use that are just tailored for Chinese students. Next slide, please. So Student Circus, it's a job readiness platform for international students. It's trusted by over 90% of Russell Group universities to support international students. And, there's a lot of pre-filtered visa-sponsored roles there, and you'll get access to job market insights. You'll have, support about, jobs in your home country, in your host country, lots of webinars and e-learning platforms. So we work very closely with them. Next slide. Again, we provide free access to Going Global. There's 38 country career guides in there, 53 city career guides and lots of corporate profiles there. And again, you can use this to look at employment trends in certain industries. You can look at salary ranges, and it just helps you become more globally aware of the job market, not just in the UK, but maybe in your home countries or other countries in, Asia, Middle East, in America. So it's a really good platform that students find helpful. Next slide, please. So the career modules, so I work on 2 of the career modules. So Career Mastery is our careers module available to all master's students. And this has been designed to help you understand how to research your main career paths. We'll cover everything from your CV to networking to how to present yourself, interviewing. Everything's covered in that module. If you're applying for the Masters in Finance or the Masters in Management, so our FT rank programs, you have a module instead called Career Success in the Future World of Work. Again, similar to Career Mastery, but we have some speakers come to, in this module as well. And it's designed to help you achieve your career aspirations and build those employability skills for the future of work. Next slide. And we have something we call the Henley skills. So these are some skills that we think, while you're here, as you spend your time with us throughout your modules, throughout your program as well, these are some of the skills that we think you will pick up and, you should be paying attention to building. And these are skills that employers seek. So just a quick run through some of the more obvious ones: motivation, self-awareness, curiosity, lifelong learning, resilience and agility, communication and negotiation, teamworking, empathy and active listening, analytical and creative thinking, AI and digital skills, ethical and environmental leadership. So our focus is really getting you to look at these skills and, like I said, build them while you're here, and also, see which ones come naturally to you, which ones are you really good at, which ones you may, want to build on, and we'll help you create stories so that you can actually do that storytelling and give evidence of these skills. So that's something, which is really throughout your time here with us. Next slide. The main thing is building employability skills. So we have 3 ways in which the Masters does build your employability. Some of your courses will have a mini placements module where you could do a placement 4 weeks to 12 weeks between June and September. Or you could opt to do an international study trip where you'd work with local organizations to build cultural and global employability skills. In the past, we've had study trips to Athens, to Malta, to Turkey, and it's really, really good because it gives you a good way of working with the local companies. You're exposed to cross-cultural teams and, your problem solving, and adding this to your CV really, really, gives evidence of those employability skills when you're applying for roles. Or you could also work with him in an employer project. So the employer team will have companies that have consulting projects for you to work on. So we'll put you in a group and you would work with them. So this is just 3 ways how you can build employability skills on your master's program. Next slide. So we also have the Master's Internship Scheme in the UK. This is paid internships with UK employers funded by Henley. This is available to all Master's students who have a summer placement module. So you have the option to self-source an internship and apply for the Henley Scholarship. And again, this is really designed to enhance your work experience, employability, and professional network before graduating. Next slide. So a little bit more about the Master's Internship Scheme. So it's paid internship roles for a minimum of 4 weeks at the national living wage. It's exclusively offered to Henley Master's students. So you're not competing with all the other Master's students in the UK or around the world. It's just for Henley students. So already there's like a pipeline. The roles are listed from February on our platform, My Jobs Online, and you can apply directly to the company with a CV and cover letter. The employer may choose to interview you, but that's their decision. They will give you feedback if you're not successful. And, you can follow the Henley Careers LinkedIn page to keep up to date with the job listings. So, why would you want to do a master's internship scheme? To make those industry connections, boost your CV, fast track into opportunities, and also get paid a little bit of pocket money to help you while you're learning. Next slide. We also have partnered with MShare. So if you're from China and you want to go back and work in China, or you want to do your placement abroad, because you can do these placements in your home country or anywhere in the world. MShare, a lot of universities are using them. We have a very good relationship with them. They offer paid structured internships with top Chinese companies, and you get industry experience again. You really pick up those valuable skills and connections for future success. So just a little bit of evidence on our employability. So you can see previously where some of our Henley students have secured placements. You'll see a range of companies there, from the accountancy firms, Deloitte, KPMG, Mazars, PwC, to some of the food and beverage companies, some of the creative industries like Disney, real estate companies, some of the motor, food, beverage companies. So you can see that our students go on to explore a wide range of careers and placements in a wide range of companies. Again, testament to our employability, the University of Reading was voted number 6 in 25-26 out of a lot of the other universities, as the 50 best universities for work experience. So being ranked number 6, we're very proud of. We're always there in the, within the top 5 or 6. I think about 2 years ago we were number 1 or 2. We're always there at the top. So it's really, again, evidence of our employability and how employable our students are. You can also work on campus, so you're allowed to work, I think, up to 20 hours a week, and you could, do jobs, in the restaurants, the bars, as a student ambassador, in working some of the departments. So there's a whole range of jobs available for you to work and, build that experience and earn some extra money. We help you with those applications and they'll go live, once you're here as well. So that's just something we also support you with, as well as your main career that you'll be applying for, your main job. Some of you may have may be involved in family businesses, or you may want to set up your business. So we have the Henley Enterprise Lab, which are where we have weekly business clinics. They have lots of competitions. There's a summer startup boot camp. And if you look at some of the outcomes, we've had 2.5 million invested by members of Henley Business Angels in 52 companies to the end of March. 29 applications on average to Henley Business Angels over the last 12 months, 90 consultations, and 18 students and alumni occupy the Entrepreneurship Hub. So we have all the facilities, we have a lab, and we're there to support you should you wish to look at becoming an entrepreneur or returning back to your family business. And look at some of the roles that our students go in after completing their masters. Again, you can see a wide range: analyst, account executive, data analyst, financial analyst, account marketing, sales development, senior associate, lecturer, surveyor, a whole range of industries and roles that our students go into. And alumni support as well, work very closely with some of the alumni that still contact us for support. You have up to 4 years career support. We're one of the very few universities and business schools that offer you 4 years career support. I think most just offer 1 year, but we offer you 4 years. I always say it's not really 4 years, because I have students, messaging on LinkedIn saying, I was at Henley 8 years ago, could we book an appointment? Could we, attend some of the events? And we don't, we very rarely say no. We would always be here to support you, because once you're part of Henley, you're Henley for life. And we stay 4 years, but I know we look forward to supporting you throughout your career, however long that is. You can this Henley Alive platform. It's an alumni platform. It gives you access to a global network of experienced professionals. We have international alumni chapters with local events and contacts all over India, China. We have people running chapters where you can get together. We run events. You've got a pool of experienced mentors where you can also share faculty knowledge and the latest research. You can access any events online or in person if you're in the UK. So once you're alumni, you get access to one-to-one appointments and any events and the Henley Live platform. And we also have careers mentors on Henley Live as well. Here's a testimonial of somebody who's used one recently. And next slide, please. And finally, we know most students are on social media and they use social media probably more than say they used to. So we're quite active on social media as well. So we have our Facebook, which I think many of you may be too young to know what to use Facebook, but Instagram, we have a good presence on Instagram. We advertise everything on there, a lot of the events. So we encourage you to follow us on Instagram once you're here. We have 2 LinkedIn groups called Henley Careers and Professional Development and Careers at Henley Business School, where we share job opportunities. You've also got the online portals as well. So we do, connect with you online as well, because we know students have, you have a preference for connecting online as well and seeing things online rather than just having to log onto your laptop and join a portal. And that brings me to the end of the presentation. Thank you very much for listening and happy to take any questions. So please feel free to ask. I know there was a lot of information that we whizzed through, but I hope that I've answered some of your questions and given you an insight into, what a master's at Henley would look like.
Thank you, Neelam. Yeah, that was really, really insightful. Lots of information to take in, but it's always good to have that information. So thank you very much for sharing that. We do have a few questions that we got through the chat, and then also some that have been sent in prior to today. So the first question is from Mahika, and they're asking what support is available for international students to get sponsored jobs, and how does Henley's career team help with something like that?
Yep, so Student Circus, the platform I mentioned, is a really good start as well. And also, once you're here, you'll be in touch with the employer team. So they usually have employers coming onto campus and talking about visa sponsored roles as well. And I think the main thing is because we have that threshold, I think around 38,000 last year, we want you to apply to roles that are aligned to that type of salary. So it comes back to the basics of, you come here, we'll help you create your profile, your self-selling strategy so that you can pitch for these roles that meet the income threshold as well, and we support you. And we also have the employer team, bringing in companies that want to take on international students, because I always say there's a lot of negativity, there's a lot of things in the press about the UK job market, and but I speak to employers all the time, and there's many employers that seek international students because you're displaying a whole variety of skills, stepping out of your comfort zone, coming to a new country, being bilingual, your active listening, your cross-cultural communication skills. And these are all things we talk about. So we and make sure we bring the right employees onto campus who want to sponsor roles as well.
Actually, you bring me on to the next question that we've had asked, and it kind of is in relation to employer relations. And somebody's asking, is a Henley degree valued amongst employers in the UK?
Yep, a Henley degree is valued amongst employers, and we're one of the oldest business schools as well. And our location as well, sitting just outside London and in the Thames Valley. So if you the financial Times. We two of our ranked programs are always there, you know, sitting nicely in the middle. Masters in finance and masters in management. So you know, it is Henley Business School is ranked, and you can see that in the slide I showed you, showing that we, you know, we're number 6, and like I said, we've been higher as well. We're known to be, you know, a university that does churn out employable students and international students as well. So we do have a strong brand in the UK.
Perfect. Yeah. Another question that we've got is, you know, obviously the careers team will help with finding employment within the UK. What happens if somebody decides to return back to maybe the country that they've originally come from? Are the services still available if somebody was to go back?
Yep. So I mean, even this week, even yesterday, you know, I've been speaking to students in India or China, so it doesn't matter where you are, we will support you. We can support you. We introduce you to our teams usually in your home country. So we have alumni teams, we have chapter leads as well, and also we're in touch with employers. So I actually go out to India, you know, once a year. I may even go twice a year to speak to the employers there. We have the employer head, Blaine Cooper, who does go out to China as well to speak to employers there. In your home countries and your local markets, to see what opportunities we can source and which relationships we can build, so that if you choose to go back to your home country, we can offer you support there as well. So we very much support you even if you do go back to your home country. And at the same time, here in the UK, we're really focusing on building relationships with, for example, Chinese companies in the UK, Indian companies in the UK as well. So we give you whether you want to stay here, work for a UK, European, American company, whether you want to work for a company, maybe you speak the language and it gives you that bilingual advantage. So if you're Chinese, you may want to work for a Chinese company in the UK, or you may just want to go home. So we support you even if you want to go back home. And we have a lot of students who want to start their own businesses. Again, we have the entrepreneurship hub to help you there as well.
Perfect, thank you. And then just on top of that, the next question is the services that you're providing there. Do they come free of charge, or I think I'm completely free. Is that right?
Yeah, completely free of charge. All the services are free of charge, even once you've graduated as well. It's when you're investing in a master's program at Henley, the career service, the alumni, the brand, everything is all part of that. And it is the network you're buying into as well. So we have professionals from who have been at the business school 20-30 years ago. So everything is free. We don't charge anything extra other than what admissions charges you for your masters. So no, it's all free, pleased to say.
Perfect. I guess that brings the session to a close quite nicely. We had one final question about how can people connect with you, and I think I can say that Neelam will probably be happy to receive your any messages you have by email. And also the careers team have fantastic social channels where lots of great information gets shared, so please do check that out on LinkedIn and any of the major platforms.
And LinkedIn probably the best easiest way. So I don't know if you can drop my profile in the chat, but it's Neelam Kaul. You'll see me on LinkedIn, and yes, and then either by email as well. And also, if you wanted to have a chat and you're still not sure, or you're thinking about doing the masters, I'm happy to book a call or have a one-to-one with you. Like I said, I'm quite familiar with a lot of the other universities. I worked at Warwick as well. I'm not going to push you to come to Henley. I can just give you insights, but equally, we can be a bit of a sounding board. We can just I'll try to make your decision clearer for you. So, any questions you have, any concerns, please do, reach out to us. I'm more than happy to talk to you. So LinkedIn is probably the best platform. Otherwise, email as well. I can put my email in the chat. And I'm quite easy to find on LinkedIn as well. So henley.ac.uk. So just put it in the chat.
Perfect. I'll make sure that that's shared with everybody there. So yeah, that brings the session to a close. So thank you so much, Neelam. All of the recordings from today and from this session will be available on the virtual Open Day Hub. So please do visit that and you'll have access to all the recordings. So yeah, thank you very much and goodbye, everybody.
Thank you. Bye-bye.